What's up? We back at it again. We back at it again. Welcome. Come on in. Welcome. Y'all, hello, everyone. Welcome to Wellness Corner, presented by Whole Person Wellness Collective. I am your host, as always, TT, little T, big E, little T, big E, TT. Baby, it's me. And I am so grateful that you've chosen to spend time with me tonight. Okay? If you didn't know, this month was Mental Health Awareness Month. And we are discussing awareness, coping skills, and the importance of community and support systems. But because mental health is not just about surviving difficult moments, it's about understanding ourselves, the whole person. It's about learning how to cope when life becomes overwhelming. It's about finding healthy support. And it's about remembering that we were never meant to carry this load alone. So, whether you're listening while driving, sitting at home, taking a walk, or simply trying to make it through the day, I want you to know this conversation is for you. Take a deep breath, relax. Let's talk about it. All right. So, first, I want you to do this, right? Let me ask you this question. Have you ever told someone you were okay when you really wasn't? Have you ever smiled in front of people while carrying pain nobody knew about? Have you ever felt overwhelmed, exhausted, stressed, anxious, or even emotionally drained, but didn't know what to do with those feelings? If you answer yes, you're not alone. It's that, and that is anxiety. Why people with health matters, with mental health matters. You're not alone. Mental health, we always think that it's some kind of padded room situation. It's not. It's dealing with your mental. And let's not forget our physical well-being as well. Why does mental health matters? Mental health affects every single part of our lives. The way we think, how we feel, how we respond to challenges. It affects our relationships. It affects our work. It affects our physical health. The truth is, every single person listening tonight, has dealt with mental health in some kind of way. And not just mental health, physical health. But for some reason, many of us have learned to pay attention only to our physical health while ignoring our emotional and mental well being. Many people only think about mental health when they reach a breaking point, right? When they become overwhelmed, when anxiety increases, when depression sets in, when relationships begin to struggle, when life is too heavy. This is when we say we're in a crisis, right? I looked up crisis, right? It says that it's any situation where a person's emotions, thoughts, or behavior become so overwhelming that they are unable to function. That means that there's a disruption in your everyday norm, right? So a crisis comes in when something is causing you from continuing to do what you always do every day. Awareness begins when you take an honest look at how we're doing emotionally. An honest look. So I want you to ask yourself something, right? When was the last time you checked on your mental health? And not just you checked on your mental health. When the last time you asked your friend, bro, sis, cousin, how you doing mentally? How things working out with you? And not just with your life, because most people like to say, oh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay. When in reality, hell is breaking through, breaking loose. The kids is wearing my nerves out. I need a break. Like you got all these things. How is your mental doing? This is something I love to ask my wife. I ask my kids. I ask my sister. I ask my nephews. I ask my family members. How is your mental? When was the last time you checked on somebody? Not your work schedule, not your responsibilities, not your to-do list. You. When was the last time you checked on you? And how have you really been feeling? I'll hold. How have you been feeling? Because awareness is the first step towards healing. We cannot address what we refuse to acknowledge. Once we became aware of what's happening on the inside of us, the next question becomes, what do you do about it? So the first part is awareness. Be aware. And I looked up awareness. Well, awareness is recognizing the reality. This is why you take a look at yourself and you ask yourself those real life questions. How am I really doing? How am I? How do I feel about that situation? That happened to me yesterday. How did I feel about that? Did I like that? I don't think I like that. Would I've done that to somebody else? Do I feel like that's fair to what they did to me? Be angry if you need to be angry. Shout, scream, whatever it is, you acknowledging and you becoming aware of how you feel, right? So next, let's go into what do we do? What do we do about it? How do we cope when life becomes overwhelming? How do we calm ourselves in real time? Let's talk about it, right? How do we calm ourselves in real time? Life happens. Stress happens. Loss will happen. Disappointments will come. Unexpected situations always will happen. And sometimes our minds, bodies react before we even realize what's happening. Sometimes some people knock you out if you try to scare them or scare them. Some people ready to fight when those things happen. These are your body's natural reaction, right? Maybe your heart races. Maybe your thoughts begin moving a mile a minute. Maybe you feel overwhelmed, shut down, irritated, anxious. The important thing to understand is that your body is responding to stress. And when that happens, you need tools, not perfection, not instant solutions, tools. So I want to give you some, right? One of the most powerful tools you'll have is breathing. Oh, take, let's do it together, okay? Now, I had to work with this here with my wife, right? So we're gonna count to four and we're gonna hold our breath. And then after we're holding our breath, we're gonna hold it for two seconds. And we're gonna let it loose. And as we're letting it loose, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So inhale with me on the count of four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2 minutes. Release. I was supposed to hold it. Hold it for 2 minutes. Release it. I'll counting one through seven. Yeah, 1 through 7. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm messing it up. Count to four. Inhale. Hold that in for 2 seconds. As you're letting it out, you're counting 1, 2, 3. So it's kind of like bringing you to a place, right? You're controlling your breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a slow let out. That's why it's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Somebody did a what's name say, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. What the hell is bothering me? It was some along that lines. I can't remember what it was, but it counted, you know what I'm saying, with the breathing. So remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And keep doing that. Inhale, exhale. And it's just you just taking that little moment and gaining that breath. Another tool, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply slow yourself down enough to reconnect to the present moment. Another helpful tool is grounding. Right now, where you are, notice 5 things. Look around and notice 5 things. I noticed the pillow. I noticed the cross behind me. I noticed the light in front of me. I noticed my phone. I noticed the laptop in front of me. I noticed the bed. I noticed these things around me. Call it out. This is what I see around me. Start with 5 things. Move to the four things. 4 things that I know that I can touch. I can touch I can touch the bed. I can touch this pen. I can touch my phone, which I just said that. Try to do different things. Next thing, notice 3 things. You're just coming down from 5. 3 things that you can hear. I hear the fan. I hear my wife. I got to listen real good to hear some other stuff. And then it says, what 2 things that you can smell? I just farted. I can smell that. I smell the room. And one thing you can feel, myself, my heart. This is called grounding. Ground yourself. So, first one is your breathing. Second one is ground. These are tools that you can use to calm yourself down. When things become too heightened in your life, these are tools that you can use that will help you come back to yourself. It just take a moment. Grounding helps bring us out of racing thoughts and back into the present moment. Sometimes that small shift makes a big difference. Remember, coping does not mean the problem will disappear. Coping means you have the tools to help you move through the moment. You need the tools to help you move through the moment, right? Stuff will happen. Life will happen. But you don't have to stay in it. You don't have to live in it. You don't have to stay stuck in it. There are tools that you can use to help you move past the situation. But there is another part of healing that we don't always talk about, and that is community. Because many people suffer silently, not because they want to, but because they don't know who to trust, or they don't want to be a burden. That happens a lot. I lean towards that. I don't want to be a burden to nobody, or they feel ashamed. Let's talk about that, right? Community should not be in suffering, or why should you not suffer in silence? It's about community. One of the biggest lies many people believe is, I have to handle this on my own. When the truth is, we were never designed to carry everything by ourselves. When God made us, he made us to depend on him. And if you don't depend on God, you depend on somebody. When God made Adam, he made Eve. God allowed us to have these connections with people and with things. We need connection. We need support. We need community. And community doesn't always mean a large group of people. You don't have to have a lot of people. Sometimes community is one trusted friend, one family member, one mentor, one counselor, one support group, one safe person who can listen, who listens, right? I want you to think about this for a moment, right? Who in your life can you call on? Who can you call when life gets hard? Who knows the real version of you? Who can be honest with you? Who can you be honest with? I'll pause. These are questions you need to ask yourself. These are things that you need to seek for yourself. If someone comes to mind, be thankful for that person. If no one comes to mind, don't lose hope. It's still time. Building healthy support takes time. And it is never too late to start. One conversation, one connection, one step at a time. You do not have to suffer in silence. You do not have to carry everything alone. And that brings us to our final part of today's conversation, healing. Because everything we talked about today points towards healing. Healing is not a straight line. Mm-mm. Some days are good, some days are difficult. Some days feel like progress, some days feel like setbacks. And that's okay. Healing does not mean that pain never existed. Healing does not mean you never struggle again. Healing means the pain no longer controls your life. The pain, healing means the pain no longer controls your life. I like the way that's, wait a minute, healing means the pain no longer controls your life. When you are healing, like when you're in pain, you gravitate to those things that you use as ointment. Sometimes drugs, sometimes sex, sometimes going somewhere, sometimes spinning, sometimes whatever it is to cover what you're feeling. But when you're healing, when you're actually tending to whatever it is, you're trying to avoid something. And with you avoiding something and not addressing something, you're not dealing with whatever it is that is going on. Whether it's mentally or whether it's physically, whatever it is that's going on in you, it's something that you must deal with. You cannot push it to the side. You've been pushing it to the side for a very long time. And because you've been pushing it to the side, now you're not dealing with it. Now you got all of these things piled up on your body, on your life that you don't even like. It don't even do what it was doing at first. Deal with your situation. Kick and screaming, get some help. Get somebody. Sometimes we do need those friends, pastors, teachers, mentors, just a buddy. Sometimes we need those people to help us. I needed help. I couldn't see in this moment. I couldn't see how to get out of this moment. It kept looping me back to the same old thing, and I'm tired of the same old thing. Change starts with you, and you're going to have to decide for your own self. I'm tired of being where I'm at, tired of doing what I'm doing. Healing means the pain no longer controls your life. Stop letting that thing control you. Healing means learning, growing, recovering, moving forward one step at a time. If you're listening to today, if you're listening today and you're struggling, I want you to hear this clearly. You do not have to figure everything out today. You don't. You do not have to solve every problem today. You do not have to carry every burden today. Just focus on your next healthy step. One conversation, one coping skill, one act of self care, one honest moment, one day at a time. Before we start, before we end, I do want us to pause. I want us to take a moment, take a deep breath, ask yourself this question: what am I carrying right now? What am I carrying right now? I want to keep y'all informed that this podcast is for Whole Person Wellness Collective, and we want to educate you in mental health. And it's not just mental health, it's physical health as well. It's for the whole person. Our handle for YouTube is right there on the scene on screen. Please subscribe, share with your friends. If you feel like you need any kind of mentoring, or if you need some counseling or anything of that nature, I want you to please go to our website and connect with one of our mentors, one of our counselors. They are licensed professionals who are waiting to assist. All you have to do is just reach out, talk to somebody, connect with someone, and they will be happy to assist you. Okay? I am not a licensed counselor. I am only a representative of Whole Person Collective. And as an extension of them, I want to invite you to subscribe to our web station, to our YouTube station. I'm sorry, y'all. Remember, this is Mental Health Month, and it is imperative that you take care of yourself. Your It's your responsibility to take care of your mental and your physical. That's nobody else's job. Once you become of a certain age, it's your responsibility. Okay? So, back to our notes. You ask yourself, okay, let's see here. As we close today, I want you to leave with this. Mental health matters. Your feelings matters. Your story matters. And no matter what you're facing right now, there is hope. There is support. There are people who care. I thank you for joining me this month for Mental Health Month awareness. Thank you for allowing me into your space today. This is the Wellness Corner presented by Whole Person Wellness Collective. We educate, empower, and connect. Again, I am your host, Little T, Big E, Little T, Big E, T T. Baby, it's me. Y'all take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. All right? Deuces.